Hello guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that little bell right there so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video. Okay? Enjoy. Hello guys, this is Andy Matrix. Welcome to Andy Arts TV, and today I want to talk about an article I wrote that recently it got a lot of attention on Facebook, and some readers left me some I don't want to say angry comments, but I just want to say like some kind of as silly comments that I just don't get. I just don't understand why people think this way in the anime community, right? So the title of the article is How to Get Laid at Anime and Comic Book Conventions, right? And here in the article I wrote, several steps on, like, if that's what you're looking for, several steps onto making this happen, right? So I'm just gonna read the table of contents here, table of contents on the article. And by the way, there's gonna be a link to the article below. And it says, step 1, reserve a hotel room all to yourself. Step 2, be relaxed, grounded, and solid. Step 3, warmness always wins. Step 4, you don't have to be Mr. Super Happy and positive all the time. Step 5, pay attention to the girls looking at you. Step 6, find an excuse to approach her. Step 7, spend time with her around the convention. Step 8, say sexual things without acting upon them. Step 9, later on find an excuse to go to your hotel room. And finally, step 10, not all girls will sleep with you. Be careful. In step 10, the last one is very important because, I like to say, we're living in the Me Too era, the hashtag Me Too. So I tell people, look, you can, this is very possible. Many people have done it, whether if it's Comic-Con or whatever convention, especially if you're in like Anime Expo, like Los Angeles, people do this all the time. They take girls back to their hotel rooms and they do nasty things there. But here's what bothered me about the comments. So here, somebody said, it says female, right? It says, disgusting. People go to conventions to have fun, not be creeped on by your predatory audience. Okay, great. To which I answer, just because you don't agree does not mean that some people don't want to get laid, right? The next she said, this is so cringeworthy, and I pity any woman you have interacted with at a convention. Please take a long deep look inside yourself to why you write these things and think it's okay. Yes, it's perfectly okay because people go to bars and clubs and, they have the whole one night stand, right? The whole hookup culture, right? And nobody cringes at that. Nobody fucking cringes at that, at those people doing that because it's normal, But, let's say if you want to do the same thing at an anime convention, let's say if you find a girl that, you guys, hit it off real, really, really nice. And all of a sudden it's a sin, or is very it's an evil thing to do for guys to want to get laid at anime conventions. And look, you don't have to go there with an intention to do that, but if you find a girl that you click with, you can make this happen. But the point here is that anime conventions, a lot of anime fans, including the girls, we're always watching hentai and all these sexual things. And then in anime, they have fan service where, like, with girls with big boobs and, fan service. Long cleavages and big boobs. And these little anime moments where, like, the girl falls and then, like, her boobs land on the guy's hands for whatever reason. And I don't know. You see all this sexuality in anime shows and anime kids watching hentai, but I just find it very hypocritical when people say something like, "Oh, well, this is inappropriate." How is it inappropriate? I mean, it's, first of all, this is an article. Number one, if you do not like the content of it, simply ignore it. Number two, there is nothing wrong with getting laid at an anime convention. And just because, you walk up to a girl and approach and start talking to her, doesn't mean that you're some kind of creep. If you have social skills, if you know how to talk to people, if you know how to talk to people properly, You know, you don't have to come across as a creep. The problem is that when it comes to the anime community, there's always this, kind of, I guess, like this stereotype, like anime, guys that are into anime are fucking creepy, or especially if you like Asian girls, you're also creepy. Everything is creepy, 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 creepy. You know, in the anime convention, and I think this stems from lack of experience, because I realize that the less experience somebody has, the more they think that this is creepy, that is creepy, everything is creepy. But also another thing that bothers me is that nobody says anything about girls on Twitch. These girls on Twitch, getting all these guys to give them money for being pretty on videos, on gaming videos. Hey, look at me, I'm pretty, give me money, right? But God forbid, everybody is selling sex. Everybody is selling sex, and I'm not talking about prostitution, but everybody is selling sex. But God forbid if a guy wants to get laid at an anime convention. That's evil. That's pure evil, right? I don't get it. I really don't get it. And, and especially with all the hentai and all this shit, it doesn't compute. It doesn't compute, and it just speaks utter hypocrisy. And I think people are just shy to talk about things like getting laid or having sex. And that's perfectly normal. If it bothers you, that's fine. But don't go around calling everybody creepy just because this topic makes you uncomfortable. What that means is that you have a problem to solve within yourself as to why you find this creepy. Because whether you like it or not, especially at Comic-Con, what is it? I think Dragon Con. In Dragon Con and Comic-Con, you have people bringing girls back to the hotel rooms. Absolutely freaking normal. Go out and get yours. Do whatever you want. And like if you're the type of person that do not like this, okay, fine. But don't bother the people that are actually interested in in hooking up, because it's, we have, what's the word I'm looking for? We have sexual freedom. And I'm not just speaking for myself here, but I'm speaking just for the average dude that's just called creepy just because, just because he goes up and talks to a girl, and because the girl just didn't like him, or maybe she just thought he was ugly or unattractive, and then she says, "Oh well, he's creepy." This creepy. This word creepy is thrown so much that it is starting to lose its meaning. So I don't know, man. So, and going back to these comments here, discussing people go to conventions to have fun. Keyword have fun. Not be creeped out by your predatory audience. My audience is not predatory. Okay, this is normal. Okay, going up to girls and talking to them, and and if anything more happens, if she happens to be in the mood for it, if you happen to be in the mood for it, then great. You both can make it happen and have your own, fun time. So I don't know. That's all I have to say about that. So, don't let anybody call you creepy. Don't let, it's just, I think the people that are always saying creepy this, creepy that, I think it's just a lack of dating experience. They have like no dating experience, or they have, or they just very close-minded, or they think that dating and sex should go a certain way. But the answer is no. It doesn't have to be that way. Again, so whatever people do in their own time, that's nobody's business. And the thing in this article at andyartstv, I write articles that I think people will find helpful. For example, what was it? What was one of the articles? Let me go to the social nerd here. The social nerd. In the social nerd, I write articles such as, is it possible to learn Japanese by watching anime? Will virtual reality make us even more antisocial? Is geek culture becoming mainstream? The rise of nerd culture. Why is this? 14 geeky bars and clubs to hang out at. Things like, why are geeks and nerds usually single? These topics are normal, but of course, everything is creepy because of reasons. Anyways, that's all I have to say about this. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you think I'm creepy? I mean, not that I care, but do you think the article is creepy? Do you think any of this is creepy? Do you think somebody wanting to get laid is creepy? It's normal. It's just normal. It's about how you go about it. That's usually the problem. But leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel. Tell me what you think. And this is Andy Matrix, guys. See you later.